Right guys, here we go, episode 18 of the Solihull Moors career mode series here on FIFA 20, utilising my National League mod. And in this episode we have to deal with a really packed schedule in December. So we won't be playing all of these games. We actually have 7 fixtures through the December calendar here. First up being Aldershot away, then we have Bromley at home, Harrogate away, Maidenhead at home, Ebbsfleet away, Yeovil at home, and finally Bromley away. So we will see how we get on in this first episode in terms of the timings, but I would imagine we will play 3 here and 4 in the following one, but it could be the other way around. But let's get it underway as we've got a lot to get through. Right guys, so we have some youth scout reports due in any moment, and the youth academy itself is absolutely stacked at the moment with players, and obviously that means that we are going to have to either release some players or bring them into the squad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the youth academy here and just explain how things will go moving forward. So the first player that's on the list here is Hanad Khaled. He's only got an overall of 43 and a potential of 58 to 64. So what I'm going to do with this guy is I'm going to bring him into the squad to start with, and I'll use the live editor to allow us to release him onto the free agents. That way obviously he won't just disappear out the game entirely, and we can keep an eye on him to see if his career progresses elsewhere. Okay, so the next one on the list that we're going to do similar with here is Denzel McLean, only 48 overall with a potential of 55 to 61. He's a technically gifted striker from Jamaica, and I'm going to bring him into the squad and then release him so that he can go off and find himself another team. Okay, so next up, looking through the list here, we've got Dwan Patterson, the Jamaican centre-back, 19 years of age, has an overall of 64, and he's actually worth 700,000. So he's actually one of the highest rated players in terms of financials that we would have in the squad right now. So I'm going to promote him into the first team, and let's see how he shakes out once he's actually playing with the main squad. Okay, so next up we've got Ahmed Damak, another Djiboutian, 60 overall with a potential of between 60 and 66, worth £210,000 this right midfielder, and he is technically gifted. But right midfielder that's also left-footed is a bit of a strange scenario. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring him into the squad and we'll put him up for sale and see who comes in once the transfer window opens. We've also got Kossi Harbour here, the Senegalese striker. He's actually got the winger trait. I'm interested to see how he actually plays, but at 58 overall, we'll bring him into the squad and see how he performs. He's worth 210,000, so if he doesn't feel right, I will then just sell him off for some profit. Okay, then we've got Moussa Dadi here, 56 overall with a potential of 64 to 72. Could come in to fill a role, especially as we're a little short on players going into December with such a packed schedule. We are pretty short on centre mids, and a lot of the players that play in those positions having to rotate heavily and play perhaps with too much fatigue. So we'll give this guy a try and see how he comes off. If he's not that great, we can always obviously try and loan him out or sell him off once the window opens. Same deal really with Alfie Martin here, an overall of 58 and a low potential between 51 and 63. I think that £110,000 evaluation is about right for him, and perhaps what we will hopefully get for him when we sell him off after the window opens in January. And then lastly from the list here, we've got Solomon Abbott, a 19-year-old centre-back from Jamaica. Not quite progressed as quickly as some of the other youth academy players that we've got at centre-back. He's still got 57 overall though, so not too bad, and a decent potential between 66 and 74. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring him into the squad in order that we can release him, and potentially we'll just track his progress going forward. Right, okay, so the scout report is in here for Oliver MacDonald, the Scottish scout up in Scotland, and we really have our work cut out for us here to narrow down the field here and try and find the players that we're going to bring into the youth academy. The first player on the list that we haven't already seen, because these players here have been on for 3 months, 2 months respectively, is Ben McLean, 48 to 68 with a potential of 64 to 90. We then got Reece Taylor on 44 to 62 with a potential of 50 to 70. And then last up, this guy is going to be bonkers. 52 to 74 overall with a potential of 57 to 83. Check out his value. 750,000 out of the box. This guy will be bananas. His start rating must be somewhere in the mid-60s. He's coming into the squad straight away. Okay, so we've narrowed things down a little bit further, and the next player that I am going to bring into the squad here will be Shane McCutcheon. 50 to 66 with a potential of 73 to 97, and he is worth currently £150,000. So he's coming into the squad, and let's see who we'll go for next. Okay, so next up we are looking at Ewan McDonald here. Overall of 53 to 69 with a potential of 72 to 94, and he will be joining the Youth Academy. Okay, so out of the last four here, I'm going on gut instinct rather than perhaps valuation. And we've got four players, as I say, Riley Mitchell, Aidan Hamilton, Gordon Nicholson, and Ben McLean. Now, Ben McLean has the highest potential possibility out of all four players, so we'll bring him in. And then next up, Riley Mitchell actually has the next highest valuation. However, I've got a better feeling about Aidan Hamilton for some particular reason, so I'm going to bring him into the squad. Okay, so here we have Johan Magnussen's scouting report from Germany. Daniel Winter is a recall on the list, so is Ronnie Vogel and Rene Hansen. But a new player to join the ranks here is Frank Ziegler. Has an overall of 53 to 73 and a potential of 69 to 95. I'm going to give him a pass straight into the Youth Academy. And out of these last three players on the list, Ronnie Vogel will also get a call, and so will Rene Hansen. Okay, I can't pull Rene Hansen straight into the Youth Academy because we're out of space again already, having taken so much talent out of Scotland. So I did promise it straight away, and that's what's going to happen. We are going to promote Ian Taylor straight to the squad, and he has an overall of 66 straight out of the box. He will be one of our best players coming straight into the midfield there, so he will be promoted straight into the senior team. Right guys, here we go, heading out to the first game of this episode, and we face off against Aldershot here. Well intercepted there by Volpini, and he drives through the heart of the defence here. No stopping him as he comes through, and the keeper just about manages to grab a save away from that. His twin brother, the Patterson brothers, now part of the lineup here as Nystrom comes through and slides that one home. An easy finish for somebody beyond Nystrom's quality. Well intercepted by Nystrom. Goes past the defender like he's not even there. Cuts inside. Let's fly. And there we have it. He's second of the game. And we're romping to victory here against Aldershot. Well intercepted by Patterson. And he sent him on for his hat-trick already. In this opening phase of the game, Nystrom easily finishes that one, and 25 minutes in, we are absolutely smashing Aldershot. Maxallo shadowing Robertson there and coming away with it, but the referee doesn't like that dangling leg, and he's actually reaching for his pocket there and gives out a yellow card to Max Allen. Pearson going with that runner, keeps it into across the box to Campbell, but he's given that up. Johnson comes through and it's a great save from Thomas. Siege mentality here from Aldershot, but we've managed to get the ball away, and Volpini will use his pace to get down the line here. Drives into the box, squares it back. And we can't finish it with Lance Allen, who did come in a supporting role there. Peterson sends it, and Kulok had made the run. Cuts back inside. Looks for Peterson once more. Round the corner. Volpini. And we finish the game off in time added on here. A 4-0 victory over Aldershot. And we kind of rope-a-dope them after that really exciting beginning to the game. It was a lacklustre performance in the second half that's then led out to this goal. And it's a great bit of play here as that roll back from Nystrom just feeds it into Volpini's path. And he's able to hammer it past the goalkeeper. 4-0. And there we have it, the full-time whistle. A great performance from the lads here on the road as we take out Aldershot and Nystrom picks up yet another match ball for his collection. Okay, so here we have it under the floodlights on a Tuesday night. We have massive rotation going on here with a lot of debuts and a lot of new youth academy players getting some game time out at Damson Park. Kelly out to Smith, onto McDonald, into Cook, off to Rafferty, drives through, bundled his way through there Rafferty, takes a shot but the keeper's equal to it. Oh, nice run through here by Lee. Really sort of marshalling everything that's going on with Bromley in this first half. And that is a poor ball into the box, and that brings the half to an end. And it is currently 0-0 at home here at Damson Park. Fredrickson getting the ball away in that. Rafferty searches out. Rafferty, right footed off the post. My goodness, what a strike that was. Into Taylor, gets into the box, little chip up to the back post, and there we have it. Pierce Rafferty at the back post, and he'll celebrate with the younger members of this team who are coming through the ranks and getting their opportunity here at Damson Park today. Taylor being one of them with that lovely little chip ball into the box here, drives down the line. Rafferty gone over in the box, Brendan that is, and Pierce had made his way to the back post to finish that shot. 1-0. Nice short interchange passing coming out of this game at the moment from Bromley as they try to get back into it. Oh, a very good chance there coming their way as we have a bit of a error at the back. Fredrickson into Martin. Oh, this boy's got some pace. Have a go then, son. Oh, yes, on a debut. Martin here. Yes, it was impressive. Super goal there from Martin. Having just come onto the field of play, using his pace to get round the Bromley defence and then smashes it top corner past the goalkeeper. That is a lovely finish. Perhaps Morgan should have done better, but we'll take it nonetheless. Oh yes, Dady has absolutely rinsed him. Looks to go back. He finds Taylor. Taylor from the edge of the box. Nice sharp shot, but he can't find the bottom corner. And Morgan picks that up quite nicely. And there we have it, a 2-0 victory here at home at Damson Park, and a midweek game that meant that we had to have some heavy rotation with a lot of the youth academy sent out for this one and doing an exceptional job against Bromley. Okay guys, so we have the last month of the report coming in from Jonathan Watson here, who's down in Wales, and we've got an absolute glut of players again. which is a bit problematic seeing as the youth academy is already stacked to the rafters. So if we do want to bring any of these players in, which as I'll show you in a moment we'll have to deal with the current batch that are currently in the squad. So anyway, we've got Scott Evans here, 49 to 63 with a potential of 68 to 86. Adam Morgan, centre back by the looks of it, 54 to 68 with a potential of 73 to 93. Connor Jones is a goalkeeper with an overall of 54 to 68 and a potential of 63 to 79. Alex Johnson is also a goalkeeper, 50 to 64 with a potential of 68 to 86. Then we have Michael Hughes, 43 to 55 with a potential between 59 and 77. Tom Jenkins, 52 to 66, a massive potential, 73 to 95. Lloyd Smith, 48 to 64, with another massive potential at 72 to 96. And then lastly, Tom Pearson, 53 to 73, with another big potential at 66 to 92. So I'm going to go off and see what we can do about bringing in some of these players by dealing with the current batch of youth academy players. Okay, so I've had a look through the youth academy here, and I'm going to take this whole scenario on a case-by-case basis. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to introduce some of the players from the youth academy here into the full lineup. But the ones that I will bring forward will be the British players, because obviously we're trying to still comply with the regulations of the National League, which I'm sure we're well off with. I haven't gone off and had a look, but obviously we have a lot of international players, let's say, in the squad at the moment, especially a couple of Djiboutians and Swedish players, obviously. So let's go through the list here and I'll show you who we are going to promote straight away. And the first one is Dylan Morris, 53 overall with a potential of 69 to 85. Currently 17 years of age, so he can come into the squad here, and we will probably send him out on loan to try to get some game time for him in the second half of the season before maybe getting rid of him out of the squad as we move up into League 2, hopefully for next season. Next up we've got Ollie Roberts, again 56 overall this time, but his potential is much lower, 58 to 66, so we're going to bring him in to just evaluate him and maybe ship him on. Okay, so quickly switching back to Jonathan Watson's report, and we're going to go for the highest potential players on this list to bring into the youth academy. And the ones that meet that criteria is first Tom Jenkins, who has potential of 73 to 95. He's signed up. And then we have Lloyd Smith, 48 to 64 with a potential of 72 to 96, so we'll bring him in too. Of course, that means that we still need to free up more space if we want to bring any more of these Welsh academy players in. And so we will give that a go next and see who we can move on into the youth academy. Okay, so the next player up that's going to get a promotion into the youth academy is Shane McCutcheon here, a left back, physically strong with 55 overall and a potential of between 73 and 97. Let's hope he is a Robertson style player from Liverpool. He's only 16 years of age at the moment, so he can be a good backup in that position for Cockrell Mullet, because we haven't actually got another left back on the books at the moment. So let's get Shane into the team and see how he can be progressed going forward. Okay, so the next player I'm going to bring into the main squad will be Aidan Hamilton, and the reason I'm doing that is look at the overall. He's only got 47 overall with a potential of 67 to 85, so I'm going to bring him in, and as we've already done so far this month, I'm going to then release him in order that he can go off and find himself a better team to progress with. And it's much the same here with Ronnie Vogel, 54 overall, so not a bad starting point, but we don't tend to play with cams anyway. His potential is 55 to 73, so I'm going to bring him into the squad and we will release him so that he can go off and try and find a new deal on the free agents list. Which means a return to the report here with Jonathan Watson, and we will sign up both Scott Evans and Alex Johnson. Okay, so here we go in this third game of the episode, and it's a foggy one here as we face off against Harrogate. Patterson, terrible ball, but it's come out to Kuluk there with a horrendous sliding challenge. What's the referee going to do? Oh my goodness, there we go, we're down to 10 men with only a few minutes on the clock. Yes, he was a bit astray of the ball, but I don't think there was any malice in that challenge. And the Djiboutian is sent off for an early shower. Well up by Peterson onto Patterson, who brings the ball down well, drives through. Into Nystrom, who holds off the defender. Volpini now, using his pace. Slides it through to Peterson. Checks back. Peterson, yes. A nice goal there from Lucas as we go 1-0 up here with 10 men. Well done by Max Allen to read that, and he chips it up here for Peterson. Lays it off to Volpini. We've now got no left winger here, so Volpini's going to have to do a lot of work. Feeds it off here to Patterson. Volpini into Peterson, who's taking up more of a forward position, having lost Kulok in the early phases of the game. He's got the pace on the defender here. Knocks it inside for Volpini. Checks back. Looks for some support, and it comes in the form of Patterson. Into Allen. Turns his man. Checks back again. Off to Nystrom. Overlap from Volpini. And an offside flag doesn't go up. Volpini now doubling our advantage here in the first half. And we're running Harrogate ragged whenever we get forward. Nice little ball there from Nystrom. And Volpini smashes it home. Right, Max Allen away down the line here. I like his chances. Plays it off to Lance. Goes again. Comes inside. Max Allen. Oh, he tries to pull the trigger, but the referee has spotted something here, and it looks like he's given a penalty. Is he going down to 10 men as well? No, the referee doesn't put Jackson in the book. He tried to take out both of them. Volpini stepping up, but we will switch this out to our more preferred penalty taker, Nystrom. And there's no stopping that. The Swede bagging yet another goal from the penalty spot. As we go 3-0 up as we head into the half-time break. Max Allen lays it inside for Campbell. Off to Patterson. Tries to switch the play to Nystrom, but it was a poor pass. And Harrogate are in. And there we have it. No, we don't. Offside. Thankfully, we have not shipped a goal here in the second half at this stage, as the linesman calls that offside, as Max Allen can't quite keep up with the run of the Harrogate player. Allen off to Patterson. Into Peterson. Lots of men crowding him out, and it comes back to Patterson. Lays it into Volpini, who's managed to escape through the middle. And there's a bit of a mix-up. Falls nicely to Volpini for him to collect his second goal here. As we go 4-0 up. Showing our class here. The away fans are loving it. Great work by Volpini, and he should have scored on the first attempt, but the lucky ricochet allowed him to nub that one home. 4-0. Kills it dead there, Max Allen. A bit like this game, to be honest, as Mitchell now comes forward. Looks inside and finds Harbour. Goes again. Chips it up to the back post, and they can't quite get there as we come towards the end of this game. Max Allen now. Off to Lance Allen. Into Harbour, who's turned his man. And the debutant Harbour. No, it's not his debut. He got a debut in the last game, but he's come on again to get himself a goal here. The Senegalese striker. He's doing bits here for Solihull. Great finish. The newsfeed here proving that I was wrong about that previous game as Harbour scores on his debut in that 5-0 victory. Right, here we go, the final game of this episode as we face off at home here against Maidenhead. Collins down the line here, looks to feed him McDonald. He's got the better of Pearson at this stage and takes a dip from distance, but that will never trouble Thomas. Inside here, Taylor, one more to Peterson, pulls the trigger. Oh, that is unlucky. Carroll with a fantastic save. Pearson firing it into Nystrom. Taylor. Off to Peterson, feeds it in to his counterpart Nystrom, and there we have it. Another one of his becoming trademark chipped balls as he flashes the ball past the goalkeeper. Well done by Campbell to see what was going on there, how the play was evolving. As we go into this half-time break at 1-0 up. Dwan out to Volpini. Back off to Dwan. Back into Volpini. Feeds it in to Nystrom, who runs the channel. Looks inside. One more, please. Oh, how did we not score that goal? That is so unfortunate because it was a great piece of play as we look to break them down so quickly. And Nystrom's turned the man in the box and he slides another goal past the Maidenhead keeper here. He's absolutely on fire at the moment again, Bjorn Nystrom. Gonna go again, Volpini. Comes inside, he's looking for some support. It's Patterson. Volpini takes a pop, and the keeper, all he can do is parry it away, and we are really in the ascendancy right now as Taylor now comes away with it. Back to Taylor. Takes a shot, but it was a pot shot really. Should have waited. Max Allen, great header there by Max, and it's a just dessert for a player that has been exceptional for us throughout the 2 seasons so far. He rarely gets the opportunity to get himself on the score sheet, but here we have it, another ball back into the box having gone out from the corner, and Max Allen at the back stick is able to get a head on it. Great leap. And a great finish. 3-0. Volpini. Oh, turns round his man. Tries to dink him. Comes for the second bite at the cherry and still can't get past the goalkeeper. Good work there by Harbour to try and to get the player to give the ball up. Great work by Max Allen. The interchange play here is absolutely astounding at the moment from Solihull. Fredrickson. Oh, what a ball. It's into Rafferty. Chip ball. Oh, yes. 5-0. 5-0. Amazing stuff. And Rafferty, who's just come onto the field of play, was sent that ball by Fredrickson, another player who's just come into the action. Waited for the run and then waited for the keeper to commit to it and just dinked it over the top. Oh, Patterson send him. Harbour is in. Ref. What? No penalty. Is that because we were already 5-0 victors in this game and he decided that Maidenhead had had enough? I think that's accurate. In any case, a great victory here in the last game of this episode as we turn Maidenhead over 5-0. Okay guys, so there we have it. We have finally found our shooting boots in this game as we absolutely battered teams in this episode. So first up, we faced off against Aldershot, which was a 4-0 victory. We then went and beat Bromley 2-0, followed up with a 5-0 smashing of Harrogate away, and then we came back to Damson's Park and put on another spectacular performance to take a 5-0 victory. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, because I certainly have, and if you have done, don't forget to hit that like button to show your appreciation. If you haven't already subscribed around here too, do go on and do that so that you know where my content lands. But for now, I'm out of here.